Welcome everyone. As I sat down to record this video, we see non-farm payrolls just hit and employment figures have come out a lot stronger than anticipated at 336,000 jobs being added in September. And things just got really interesting because it now complicates the future path of interest rate rises in the world's biggest economy. After the last unemployment figures came out earlier this week, we thought maybe things are going to cool off a bit now and the Fed won't be hiking interest rates, but it seems that this has just complicated the matter. Well, that's for another day. Today we are doing a trade recap of a great trade on EURUSD this morning, taking the winning streak to 6. Brilliant. After September, it's a welcome relief. And the trade was taken somewhere around here. Let's get into it. Let's jump right into it. So, as always, we are looking to take out Asia lows, which we did there. And we are waiting for our criteria to set in so that we can take a trade long because London has taken out Asia highs. And that's yeah, that looks a bit ugly, but that's one of my criteria that needs to be met, that white line. Anyway, met almost all of it, and kind of all the criteria was met apart from one, and that was by like literally a pip. But reading price action earlier in the day, I was anticipating Euro US to go up. This is currently after non-farm payroll, but at the time we had we started off here. That was yesterday's close. We started off here. We started going lower, and yesterday's FPG was at this line at 1.05321, which I had marked on my sheet, and I was expecting it to go touch that and then go long from there. That was my bias, and that's the line you can see here. This is what would cover up the FPG. So we came pretty close to that. We didn't do it, but my normal entry criteria kind of came along, just missed by half a pip, but I still went in with a smaller risk as I knew, as I'd read the price action, and I just had a feeling that this was great. But what I did was I also took a bigger stop loss than usual. Usually it would have been 2.5 if it was that close to the low. But I went with 4.9, taking into account spreads and also this covering of this FVG, and as always targeting 1 to 2. So the trade starts up nicely, goes up, and that was kind of good until price started coming back down again. And this is where I felt that it's going to cover this daily FVG which was forming at the time. I marked out this zone here, which was my candidate order block, to see how price reacts off that. Comes down to it, bounces off. That was a good sign, but then goes through. Now here, my trade would have been invalidated, either if I had the stop loss, obviously, or if the price came down, went back up to the zone, bounced off, and then started going lower. But let's see what happens as price moves on. And the next candle that keeps going down below that zone, doesn't really break that, and that wick there touches our 1.053 line, which was covering up the daily FVG, and got two good reactions off it. That was encouraging for the trade. Again, another wick, and this is where it pops up again, and this is where I took my second entry once it got above that zone. This is where a second entry came in. I think it was a 5.4 pip stop loss, if I was not mistaken, because of the spreads. It was a bit higher. But again, aiming to the previous target. Although I just had this feeling that it was going to go even higher that day, to about 1 to 3, 1 to 4 maybe. Anyway, in the trade, kind of reverses back in, keeps going at that zone, and then finally the trade comes to life. And there we go, bang! It was a cracker of a trade. And I wanted to stay in there, but you know what? It was just such a good trade that enough. Friday morning, get a trade in, a successful trade, end the trade really nice, 100% win rate for October. Why would I want any more? It does go up and then comes back down after, but really happy with that trade. I was really happy with that, especially because I read the price action correctly. It's always a good feeling. Obviously, the market can do what it wants to do, but it's just a good feeling when you kind of analyze things and you look at these different levels, and the trade just plays out as you want it to. And as you can see on the screen, the first trade, $5,500. Second trade, 2,300 for a grand total of 782. And I'm out of my drawdowns of September. As you all know, September was not the best month, although I still ended up 5% up. But on this particular challenge account, which was a 200k alpha, went down to 184, and is now all the way back to 208. So halfway to passing that first phase, and things are looking good. So yeah, I thank you for joining me for this. There was a live stream this morning. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, something went wrong with the recording, so I can't upload that, but here we go. This is where it is. If you would have joined me, we would have taken that live. You could have asked me questions on what I was looking at. I hope you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for further future live streams as we carry on exploring the world of Forex, as well as trading gold and Nasdaq futures. So thanks for watching. Please do follow me on Twitter at FXplorer, and look forward to the next video. Thank you.